Namaste. Let's talk about relationships and what it actually entails. So you have movement of energy physically, emotionally, mentally, and spiritually. So let's break it down. Physically is, let's say you find someone attractive. So when you find somebody attractive, on your lower chakra, there's an energy connection, either coming from your basic chakra or your sex chakra. The energy moves towards that person. And when that person responds, you connect and you feel an attraction. Okay? So that's physical connection. Then you have emotional connection. So let's say you spend time with a person, you feel like, I feel a certain bond. I feel emotionally we're connected and I feel very loved, nurtured, almost like, I feel so home. Like, I feel like at home emotionally, I can share what I have in my heart. So the connection would be on your solar plexus center and your heart. Okay? These two connect to the other person. And then some relationships, it goes beyond that. And after you spend time with them, you feel, oh, I feel very comfortable with this person. Then as you share ideas, this person gets me. We're thinking on the same wavelength. So the connection now is on the throat area and the ajna. These are your thinking chakras. So there's a connection. And when that connection happens, a lot of times, even before you say something, they go, yeah, I get it. You go, I haven't said anything. Yeah, but we're on the same wavelength. That means there's a connection here. Make sense? And hopefully, or actually it's rarely, at some point when you spend time with them, you feel like we have a connection beyond the physical. We barely talk, or maybe we do, maybe we don't, but somehow you feel a connection, like you look through their eyes, and this usually happens when you look through the eyes. As you already know, the eyes are the windows to the soul, and the eyes are windows of the soul. So through your eyes, you look through, and your eyes, it goes in, and then it goes to the pineal gland. And a lot of you have been joining us in our other classes. The pineal gland is basically a gateway to your higher soul, to your spiritual self, right? So when you look through the eyes, you go, I know this person. Or you just feel a connection on the spiritual level. So a relationship is actually, one or more of these connections: physical, emotional, mental, and spiritual. And oftentimes, as we understand what is that connection or lack of it, you get to say, what are the parts of this relationship I need to enhance? So some relationship is very, very physical, very, very passionate, right? But emotionally, dead. So you go, oh, that's the one I need to cultivate. Or sometimes you have emotional connection, no physical connection. Let's say it's just, nothing physical. You just hang around this person. Oh yeah, we have connection, but we need to connect more mentally. I want to share ideas, bounce off ideas with the other person. So the connection, the mental level is weak. And there are many ways to enhance it, right? So when we have this relationship healing parts 1 and part 2, part 1 and part 2, we're going to examine this, and then we'll kind of break it down. What are the areas that need work? And then we'll enhance it. And the spiritual side, and I think that's always the most important one, because when the crown chakra is very, very activated, you feel a connection with everyone. And the nice thing about it is that's where unconditional love really comes from. People think unconditional love comes from here. That's the only people that you get to know and spend time with. True unconditional universal love comes from the crown. And, when all is said and done, when we leave our bodies, guess what? It is only the spiritual realm that is permanent, isn't it? So stay with us, and we'll go through all this in detail. If you haven't registered for the emotional healing session, focusing on relationship, again, with part 1 for ourselves and part 2 on how to increase that connection and improve it with the other person. Okay? See you then. Namaste, and live super energized.